So, you're thinking about studying in Australia in 2026? Awesome! It's a massive, exciting step, but you don't have to figure it out alone. Over the next few minutes, we're going to map out the entire journey for you, from picking that dream course all the way to launching your career down under. Let's get into it. It's a huge ambition, and for very good reason. You're talking about a world-class education and just incredible opportunities. Let's treat this explainer as your personal roadmap, okay? It's designed to guide you step by step, taking you from just an idea to your actual reality. We've broken this whole adventure down into 4 clear acts. First, we'll plan the dream. Then, we'll get you approved. After that, it's all about living the Aussie experience. And finally, we'll look at how to build your future after you graduate. So, let's start right at the beginning. Act 1 is all about laying that strong foundation. Seriously, the choices you make right here, right now, are going to shape your entire experience, so getting this part right is absolutely key. Okay, when it comes to choosing a university, it's so easy to get dazzled by a big, famous name. But here's the real secret. Focus on the outcomes. Look at the rankings for your specific subject. A university might be famous, but is it the best for what you want to study? Even better, hunt for courses that have industry placements or internships built right in. That practical experience? That's your head start in the job market for sure. All right, let's talk numbers. The cost of studying in Australia it can vary a lot. Tuition really depends on your course and the uni you choose. You'll find that specialized degrees are often on the higher end of that scale. And living expenses change depending on your lifestyle and city. Just keep in mind that big cities like Sydney and Melbourne are generally going to be more expensive than some of the regional centers. To make this a bit more real, just try to keep this number in your head. 20,000 Australian dollars. Think of that as a realistic starting point for your annual undergraduate tuition. It just helps to have a solid number to anchor your financial planning as you start looking around. Okay, with your plan locked in, we move on to Act 2. You've done the research, you've made your choices, now it's time to get that application in and lock down your spot. Timing is literally everything here. If you want to start in February or March, you need to be applying back in October or November of the year before. For a July start, you're looking at March to May. The big takeaway? Start early. Seriously, these deadlines can sneak up on you, and a lot of scholarships close even earlier. So here's a quick look at the essential documents you're going to need. It is such a smart move to start getting all of this together now. Having your transcripts, your English test scores, and your references all ready to go will make the actual online application process so much smoother. The very last step in this whole university process is getting your confirmation of enrollment, or COE. Once you officially accept your offer and pay your deposit, the university will send you this document. Think of it like this. It is the golden ticket. It's the crucial piece of paper you need to even apply for your student visa. With all that paperwork done and dusted, we finally get to the most exciting part, Act 3. This is where you actually arrive in Australia and start your brand new life. Your first week is going to be a whirlwind, but this little checklist will keep you on track. Activating your health cover, that's mandatory. Applying for a tax file number or TFN, essential if you want to work legally. Then it's just the practical stuff. Get a bank account, a transport card, and find your feet before you lock yourself into any long-term housing. Okay, now let's talk about a number that is going to be very, very important during your studies. 48 hours. What does this mean for you? It means you are allowed to work up to 48 hours every 2 weeks, that's a fortnight, while your course is in session. And here's the crucial part. You have to track your hours really carefully, because this is a strict visa condition. The good news, though, during official university breaks, you can work unlimited hours. So, while getting a job in a cafe or a retail store is great for earning some money, here's the strategic move. In your second or third year, you want to aim for an internship in your actual field. That's where you gain that vital local experience and make the connections that can lead straight to a graduate job. It's a game changer. And that brings us perfectly to our final act, looking beyond graduation day and thinking about how to turn your Australian education into a global career. This is the key. The temporary graduate visa, the Subclass 485, is basically your bridge from being a student to becoming a working professional. It allows you to stay in Australia and get that all-important full-time work experience after you finish your degree. Now, for those of you who are thinking about staying long-term, the path to permanent residency can seem really complex, but it boils down to a few key stages. It's a points-based system. First, you submit an expression of interest, which is basically you telling the government you'd like to apply. Then you need a positive skill assessment. That's where an official body confirms your qualifications are up to Australian standards. Getting a state nomination can really boost your chances before you hopefully get that final invitation to apply. So where are the biggest opportunities? Well, the data shows a really clear trend. Healthcare, IT, and construction are absolutely leading the pack in job demand for the next couple of years. If your studies are in one of those fields, you are going to be in a very, very strong position after you graduate. To actually land that job, you've got to play it smart. Use every single resource your university offers. That's what they're there for. Polish up your LinkedIn profile. And remember, Australian CVs are usually 2 pages long and they focus on your achievements, not just a list of your duties. Your ultimate goal is to turn that internship into a full-time offer. So we end with this question. We've walked through the plan, the application, the experience, and the future. Now, the next step is yours. It's time for you to do the research and see how your personal dream lines up with all the opportunities waiting for you in Australia.